Hey guys, welcome back to the Style and Beauty Doctor on YouTube with my stained lips because I just did a bunch of lip swatches, which will be on the blog, so make sure you check that out. But today I am going to be doing a makeup look, which is not like, you know, out of the ordinary on a channel called the Style and Beauty Doctor. But what is going to be a little bit different about today's look is that it's going to be something different than what I usually do with my makeup when I come on this channel. See, although I'm a beauty blogger and I love makeup, and in a previous life I was a makeup artist, and people send me makeup and I buy makeup all the time, sometimes I just get into a groove. Like when I work from home. So when I work from home, I don't wear makeup. But then when I have to go out, I'm like in robotic mode because usually I don't give myself enough time to get dressed. I'm like, and I just do whatever, and it winds up being a variation of the same look all the time. Neutral eye, bright cheek, and nude lip. So I'm going to challenge myself to do more out of the, and these aren't even going to be really like out of the box looks. It's just like out of the box that, in relation to what you usually see me wearing on camera. So I want to make this like a series, make it like interactive, and I'll let you guys submit look ideas for upcoming videos. So what I'll do is I'll create a Pinterest board, and I will put it in the link to it in the description box. That way you can kind of just put the pictures in there, so I can have it all in one neat place, so that I'm not looking at like Twitter, Instagram DMs, emails, and things like that. So if you want to submit looks for me to try, I would love for you to do so. And I will leave the link where you can do that in the description box. So I'm going to put up here somewhere, who knows when I do editing, a picture of the look that we're going for, which was something that, I found scrolling on Instagram. And I love that Instagram has that feature where I think they just started it a couple of months ago, the collections feature. So you can save an image and then you can kind of curate them and nobody sees what you're curating. So I could even be curating pictures of people with big booties and nobody has to know. Not that I do that, but you can make your own like little collections and curate things that you see on Instagram, almost like Pinterest, but no one else sees it. And I also love Pinterest as well to collect, inspiration and things like that. Make sure you follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. I'll put the links in the description box. So today's look is going to feature a very colorful eye and a black lip. So I already put on my foundation and I did my brows. So I'm gonna start with an eyeshadow primer, the Urban Decay Primer Potion. So I primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and now I'm going to get into the eyeshadow. So there are a lot of colors that are in this that I kind of had to piecemeal through a bunch of different eyeshadow palettes that I have. So I'm starting with a light matte beigey kind of color. Okay, so I'm just using the Chaser shade from the Urban Decay Heat palette. But essentially, because I'm obviously not expecting you all to have 50 million eyeshadow palettes like me, a matte beigey eyeshadow will do the trick as well. So I like to use, a matte beigey shade as my base shade because my eyelids are naturally darker than the rest of my face. And it kind of just helps the eyeshadow colors to pop up more and acts as a base and just gets everything booming. You know what I'm saying? Because we want stuff to be booming. No, in real terms, it just acts as something that can intensify the next shade that comes up. So next, I'm going to start with a bright yellow matte eyeshadow base. Basically, I'm using the color Fresh from the Anastasia Artist palette. And again, some of these eyeshadow palettes that I'm using are probably no longer sold. And of course, I'm not expecting you to have, all the eyeshadow palettes that I'm using. But a lot of brands make similar colors. So, yeah. So, matte yellow, bright matte yellow. And I'm just going to concentrate that on the center part right there. And I'm patting it in because I want that to be quite vivid. Now I kind of want to maybe add a little bit of this lime green from Baseline Cosmetics. This is a pretty gorgeous lime green shade. It's from a Black woman owned brand. they reached out to me and wanted to send me some colors, and I was like, you know what? Give me that. And let me show you the other color. This gorgeous purpley color. Now the colors might show up a little bit different on camera than what they look like in person because of lighting, but these are some pretty gorgeous shades. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix this in. Ooh, yeah. Yes, honey, more than the Anastasia color was. Mm-hmm. So I'm just tapping that in because I want that to be intense. We'll go back in and blend later. And next, I'm going to take a crease brush. I use the 222 brush from MAC, but obviously we have different eye shapes and things like that. So just something that can fit into your crease if you have a crease that you want to define. Then I'm using the color En Fuego from the Urban Decay Heat palette. And I'm just going to get that right up there in the crease. My look may not look exactly like our inspiration picture, and you know what? That's okay. Getting that in there. Okay, I'm probably going to pat in some more of the brightness. But let me blend a little bit. Now I can't see her eyes all the way, so I can't tell what she's got going on in the outer corners. So I'm just going to freestyle and do my own thing. So I'm going to get the flat brush. I use the 242 from MAC, but again, you don't have to have the same exact brush. I've had this brush for years. Okay, and I'm going to use, I want like a really dark purple. All right, let's see if this aubergine shade from the Anastasia Artist palette, let's see what this is talking about. So I'm just gonna kind of deepen this outer area here. Okay. Okay. We just kind of deepened in there. And I'm gonna blend. I'm going to use, this is an IT Cosmetics brush. Sheet crease? No, I don't want to use that. Okay, this is the 286 brush from MAC. I'm just going to use this to blend. And you want gentle blending because you want the colors to kind of look like they're married together, they're seamless, but then you don't want to muddy it up so it looks like one big blob of color. Okay, so the memory card was full, so we had to stop for a second, and my bad if there's a light change, but let's keep it going. Okay, so I'm going to add a little more of the Baseline Cosmetics color. This color is called Shell Down. So I'm gonna add a little bit more because I really like it, and I just wanted to, like, you know, I like that. So this look is gonna be a little more lime, leaning more towards lime green than the yellow from the inspiration picture. And that is because the yellow that I had was not like, it wasn't giving me what it wanted. You know what I wanted it to give me, but this is. So. Pat, pat, pat. And then we are going to blend. Okay, then I'm going to move on to eyeliner. I am going to bring some of the color down below, but first let me do eyeliner. And I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Perversion. It's been one of my favorites for a long time because it's super black and stays with me in the waterline. Okay, now you're not going to be able to actually see me putting it on because I need to be able to connect with the mirror. So, okay, now I'm going to line the bottom, but I want to build the bottom up and layer. So first I'm going to take a slightly lighter color. I'm going to take the hot chocolate color from the Anastasia Self-Made palette. And I'm taking a pencil brush. This one is the 202 from, does this say 202? Yeah, the 202 from e.l.f. And I'm just going to first make sure that I don't drop all my makeup on the floor. And I'm just gonna kind of pack that in to my lower lash line. Like so. Now if you want, you could spritz your brush with a little bit of a makeup spray, like a Fix Plus or something like that. Not a setting spray, but you know, Fix Plus, maybe a little water or something like that if you want to kind of intensify. But I'm going to add more color to it anyway, so. Now I'm not going to go all the way in just yet because I want to put a little of the brighter color down there. And I want it to still be able to show. So now I'm going to take, again with the same pencil brush, I'm going to take a darker color. I'm going to take Noir from the Anastasia, I don't know which palette this is. It looks like this. I know they don't sell it anymore. And this is what I'm not sure what palette this is. Might be the Dress Your Face palette. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. So I'm taking Noir, which is just a very black matte eyeshadow. Blow off any excess. And then layering that on top of the hot chocolate. Now, whether you go all the way in or not with your liner is going to depend on your eye shape and how far apart your eyes are set. So make sure you check out my eye makeup video for more tips. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the aubergine shade and just add that in to that line. Okay, then I'm going to back with our baseline cosmetics color, the Shell Down. And if you make a little mistake, no worries, Q-tips can fix it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my Perversion liner on the bottom waterline. Perversion needed sharpening and I don't have my sharpener with me, so I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Matte in Ultra Black, which is kind of a dupe, kinda. I have a blog post on it, so you can check it out in the description box if you are so inclined. Okay, and then I'm gonna move on to mascara. So here's how we're looking so far. I still, gonna clean up the eyes and things like that, but this is what we're looking like so far. And I'm gonna highlight and contour. So I'm using the Sleek Makeup Cream Contour Kit, and depending on timing, on when I actually get this video up and when you're watching it, I should have a review for it on the blog. So make sure you subscribe to the blog. There'll be a link in the description box so that you don't miss it or any other amazing posts. So I'm using my favorite Ashunta Sharif Perfect Blend brush to apply this. Now this is what this looks like with the cream contour palette. Looks like this is the extra dark from Sleek Makeup. And let's see. I've got so many choices here. I'm like, what do I use? Well, let's see what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna use this shade in there for my highlight. Then I'm gonna use one of the darker shades for my brow bone. I'm gonna use this shade right here. And I'm gonna use the pointed tip. This is why I love this brush, because it has double end. So we have a lot of options here. Let's see, I'm gonna go for, why not? Go for it, the deepest shade. Okay, and then I'm gonna blend, Beauty Blender. This is the limited edition swirl. So now I'm going to set this with some powders. Just gonna use the NARS Soft Velvet Loose Powder in Mountain, using the Cover FX Pressed Mineral Powder in N120 to set the contour. All right, so I'm going to bake off camera and then we'll finish this up. Okay, so I've baked. I'm going to dust off the excess powder, blend and things like that. I put my lashes on off camera. These are the Kiss So Wispy 03 lashes, in case you wanted to know. Looking good. I'm just like looking to see what can be fixed. I think I'm gonna add a little more brow. Just, you know, just want a stronger brow for such an eye look. Okay, so like I said, I'm just gonna put a little more brow. I feel like this look can use a stronger brow, slightly stronger brow. Now let's add blush. I'm using a Black Up blush in 02. That's a lot of blush. And usually when I wear a darker lip, I like to kind of go ham with the blush, but I'd rather layer. You know, start out soft and then layer up, because it's easier to do that than to start with boom and then try to bring it down. You know what I mean? You can do the least and bring it up to the most, but it's kind of hard when you start out with the most and try to bring it down to the least. She has some beautiful highlight here, so I'm gonna add that through. Hopefully I have it. And of course I don't, but that's okay. We could improvise here. There we go. Hers is a little more like an icy, silvery kind of color. I have highlighters like that. Do I have it with me? Because that make a lot of sense. Okay, on top of that, I'm going to add a little bit of a powder highlighter. Sleek Makeup Blush by 3 palette. And I'll probably go in and put a little bit more blush, but I just kind of want to see what we're looking like when we have our black lipstick on. So this one is from NARS. It's called Painted Black. Black lipstick can be very high maintenance. I think I'm going to add a little bit of a gloss to the center. This is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Black Cherry Tart. It gives me a little dimension so it's not so flat. So I'm going to do little finishing touches and things like that off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll see what we're looking like. Okay, so this is the finished look. Quite dramatic, but I'm loving it. I added a little bit more of the lime green color from Baseline Cosmetics in the middle to kind of pop it out. You know, I, of course, added a little bit more blush because I feel like when I have a dark lip, I'd need to bring it up with, you know, a bright blush color. Would you try a bold look like this? Let me know in the comments. And I mean, even if this is something that's like out of the ordinary for you, it's just makeup. You can get a wipe and wipe it all off. In fact, one of the best times to experiment with makeup is right before you go to bed, like right before you shower or wash your face anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you follow me on social via the links in the description box, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.